Hey guys, and welcome back to the Nicola Collective Podcast with your hosts Emilio
and Olivia and Nicola.
And we're going to talk about digital marketing as a Christian entrepreneur.
Part of the reason why we wanted to talk about digital marketing is because I think a lot of people have kind of had this negative connotation about how to effectively market your business without seeming sleazy. And I know we've talked about this in the past, but I think now more than ever, since there's so many tactics on the internet, it's a lot harder to understand what you should and what you shouldn't be doing, because so many people are telling you do this, do that, but sometimes that's not always the most ethical way to do something, or I guess you could say biblical Christian way to do something. And we've had to learn over the course of many years on how to market without being like a sleazeball. And most people won't. It's really easy to make things seem a certain way on the internet.
And some people think that you should avoid digital marketing as a whole as a Christian entrepreneur. Some people even think that Christians shouldn't be in business at all, let alone digital marketing, which is false. We need more and more Christian entrepreneurs in the business world, because that's how we're going to drive people more to the kingdom. That's how we're going to get the kingdom to thrive. That's how, we could bless people. You know what I mean? And if the wrong people are ruling the world, guess what? More and more people are going to be negatively influenced. People are going to come across more with greed. People are going to be affected by a whole bunch of different things, So that's why it's important for Christians to understand what digital marketing is and how it could affect their business for the better, and how it could work for the kingdom of God.
And how much opportunity there is within digital marketing, because within the past 5 years, there's been so many changes, updates to the whole online world. Now you're able to use tools and things like AI, things like, ChatGPT, all of that to help you do digital marketing. And now it's you can do this, you can do these things yourselves, or you can do these things pretty easily and effectively if you know what you're doing, if you know how to use these tools properly, and just effectively market your business, because it's a lot different than 10 years ago.
Yeah,
it really is.
Here's also why it's important. It's because when it comes down to what the Bible says, it talks about go into this world, right? We're called to make disciples. We're called to reach people, right? And so when it comes down to reaching the world, the internet is basically where we could reach people on the other side of the planet, on the other side of the country, on the other side of the state. Instead of just your small town, instead of just your city, instead of your zip code, whatever you want to call it, it expands the reach. It expands the ability for you to be able to talk to people, to influence people in a godly manner. Yeah. Because there's so much out there that's influencing people to do so many dumb things. So many negative things, right?
Demonic, evil things a lot of the time. But it's I think what's really something that is a life-changing, it's not so new, but it's been really blown up over the course of 5 years, and that's being able to have some sort of passive income through your business. So whether that be you're teaching someone how to do something, a skill you have, a skill that your business does for other people, a trade of some sort, whatever you're doing, if you're a social media manager, teaching people how to become a social media manager, that has been the biggest game changer in terms of now I can do less work and make more money. I make something once, and now I can sell it over and over and over again until
and not
forever.
Only that, if not just the financial gain, not just the provisions, but you're also reaching way more people than you would in a classroom setting. Instead of reaching 20 people in a room, now you could reach hundreds, you could reach thousands. And the same thing for mom and pop shops or brick and mortar shops, you know what I mean? You could have a clothing store, it's probably 20 feet by 18 feet clothing store, right? Really small. And you're making so many orders. People are coming through, you know what I mean? They're buying something here and there, but you're not making enough. You put your stuff online, do e-commerce, and you're changing it up. Especially if you're a Christian, you have so much more of a reach. You have so much more of a connection with people, and people can reach out to you. There's a whole lot more to it if you go online.
You're serving real people with real solutions that provide them with like the tools and the skills to actually do something that they're interested in, they need to know, or they want to learn, whatever. They're trying to do this for their business. Like, it's now, like, you're now able to reach so many more people, like Emilio said, than you would in a classroom setting, than you would in, like, any sort of, like, normal setting maybe 20 years ago, you know? And it's crazy because now you're able to, you know, put a price on your knowledge and sell it to people for that price, and multiple people can buy it over and over and over again, like different people, and bam, you're making passive income.
Yeah, and then guess what? It also adds back to the gifts that you had. Some people may have experienced a moment where it was like they were told, no, you need to focus on this and only this. Yeah, you're really good at it. You have this gift of designing things. You have this gift of drawing. You have this gift of painting. You have this, like, something that doesn't necessarily reflect business, but you had to put it away because you needed to become an adult, right?
Yeah.
But this is where digital marketing gets great, is that you are able to pull back those gifts and use them for the glory of God. God gave you those gifts, right? He gave you the ability to say, to paint that up, to draw something up, to sketch, whatever it is, to make music, to make little shorts, you know what I mean?
To play basketball.
To play basketball, I guess. So now you could take all those gifts, you could teach someone else, or you could utilize those gifts to your, you know, to enhance your strength, right?
Yeah. And this could be for advantage. This is a game changer, because now it doesn't require people to be in, like, necessarily even have a business to begin with to do this. This, you can just be a digital marketer nowadays. You can literally just market yourself, your information, your knowledge. You don't even have to, like, necessarily do something specific like that is like, oh, teaching people how to market or whatever. Like, you can now, like Emilio said, you can teach people a skill and, like, sell that skill over and over again. So it's like, let's say you're, like he said, into, like, you know, basketball. You know, you can sell a course on how to, I don't know basketball terms, but
how
you
to
know
play
what I mean.
basketball, how to teach plyometrics, how to do, you know, how to do defense drills, offense
drills. So it's like, you can just pull this out of your butt and freaking become a digital marketer for yourself and your skills.
Not just, like, teaching people your skills, but even, like, to utilize the skills yourself for enhancing your business, like creating designs for your advertisements, creating music for your advertisements, creating all these different things, being a creative. A lot of people had to leave the creative, you know, their creativity behind just because they had to focus on bigger things, right? And so you can teach courses on it. You could teach other people in person how to do it, but you're also able to use those strategically. You know what I mean?
And I think, like, I think a lot of people get a bad rap about digital marketing, about, like, how to do anything in this field, or just even, like, kind of starting a business, because they think they have to do something specific in order to start a business, but it's like, you don't. And I think, like, this is the best way. There's so many wrong ways to go about digital marketing your business, marketing yourself, like, but the most effective, correct way, I would say, to market yourself, market your business, is to just share your story, share your why, basically, show people what you do. And this, how you do this is by posting videos. And I know a lot of people freaking hate posting themselves online, but it's like, you don't even have to show your face.
Stuff.
Yeah. So it's like, we've done multiple things that are like multiple videos, like where it's like AI videos, or
our old our Facebook ads course that we made. That's all just voiceover. It's all
so it's like, there's so many things that you can do to utilize the internet and just make money on social media through Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, whatever, like, whatever, LinkedIn sometimes. I don't even know.
If you can view it and you can create an account for it, you can make money off of it. There's different ways. And yeah, sure, there's like some differences here and there. But if you're able to create an account and talk to people, you can make money on any platform pretty much.
Yeah, and I've seen, like, you don't even have to be necessarily an entrepreneur to do this. Like, you can just start making money. And that's where I think, like, I wish so many more people understood how, like, this is something we're really passionate about, because it's like we have so many friends with so many gifts and so many talents and so many things that other people would, like, kill and love to know. But it's like, how do they package that information and sell it? And they're like, well, there's no way that I can make money off of this. And I'm like, yes, there is. There's so many ways you can make money off of this.
Target the right people.
Yeah, and so it's like, and it doesn't even need to be like you create this new separate account on Instagram or do this whole separate thing. It's like, I've seen people start with their personal account and just start posting videos to their friends and family, and then their friends and family, and then they're interested. They want to buy the product. They want what they can teach, or they want to, like, utilize them for some sort of, like, skill set, whether that be like teaching piano, and it's like, then people are now making money by just posting their videos, posting their pictures, their posts, like, whatever. Like,
here's another thing, and it's a really important topic, but one income for one person is a dangerous place to be. Now, let's just say someone's making a 6-figure income, right? Mm-hmm. That's awesome. You can save, you could do so much. Even though human nature, we know that people spend more than they save.
Yeah.
Let's cancel that part out. But someone's making 6 figures, that's their income, but then they lose their job. What then?
Yeah.
This person probably didn't save much. They don't have much in the bank. They probably didn't do a lot of investments, but they made a 6-figure income, and now that's coming to a halt.
Yeah.
Right? And that's where stewardship, and we're heavily just focused on good stewardship because we know how dangerous it is to just have one income coming from one place, because in that instance that thing cuts off, a lot of things can change. Exactly. So having multiple streams of income, whether it's creating a course, whether it's teaching somebody, whether it's clothing, whether it's another business, clients.
Yeah.
One stream of income is dangerous, but you add another stream, and it just keeps on building. You're setting yourself up for success.
And it's like you have, like, a backup method, basically, for so many. Like, this is my backup to this this backup, and it's like I think, like, I'm always been, like, a huge advocate for like, multiple streams of income and passive income, and figuring out, like, how we can, like, build more income from different places and stuff like that. And I think, like, the most effective way that we've, like, learned, obviously, and what we've been talking about, is courses and different, utilizing different platforms, for this. So it's like, yes, most of the time people who watch this stuff have a business already, but it's like, if you have that business, maybe you should start teaching a course on something within your business. Or, if you don't have a business and you want to get into making some sort of money online, or in general, just more, then start a course on something, a skill set that you have. Everybody has a skill set in some way. Like, what if it's like, something like you have mastered the way to, like, sleep for more than 8 hours, like, and people are like terrible at sleeping for more than 8 hours.
You had insomnia and you learned how to sleep restfully, and now you can teach people how to sleep restfully and prayerfully, or however it is, right?
Exactly.
But let's look at the things that people also talk about too, like when it comes to doing anything regarding multiple streams of income. So when people see you trying to go for multiple streams of income, you got to cancel out those negative voices saying, oh, you're just being greedy. Oh, you're just trying to gain more money just to be selfish and stuff like that.
The way I look at it is, like, you have an Instagram account already. You probably are on Instagram, like, multiple hours of the day. Might as well make some money by doing something on it. You know what I mean?
Be productive.
Like, be productive. So many people are just scrolling on Instagram, TikTok, all the social media platforms every single day. Like, they need some sort of way they can actually make more money, or else they're just wasting their time.
Well, yeah, there's wasting. Yeah, so that's not good stewardship. You're wasting your time.
Yeah.
So you should like cut some of that time if it's not productive. Obviously, spend more time with God. Another way to spend time with God is to be strategic in the business that you could make, or being a good steward in your finances in so many different ways. Now, I could see why people might think that someone's being greedy, creating multiple streams of income for themselves, because there are selfish people. There are people who create these things only for selfish gain.
Yeah.
We've come across so many scams and witnessed so many ads for scams where it's like they're just taking people's money with crap information. Mm-hmm. And it's like, dude, that's manipulative, that's evil, and people don't want to hear that, obviously, but it's manipulative and it's evil. Now, here's where we need to flip the script. If you flip the script on people and tell people, hey, I'm going to teach people because it's on my heart to teach people. God gave me these gifts and I can't hold it back for myself. That's selfish, you know?
Yeah.
And God blesses me with finances in the process of it. It's not entirely like, sure, I want those finances. I definitely want those finances. You know, I want to live more comfortably. I want to provide for my family more. I want to own property. Those are all righteous wants and desires.
Yeah.
You know, but when it becomes, I only want the money to myself, and you're not going to do anything with it, that's where you got to check your heart.
Yeah.
You know?
And I think also too, like, since Emilio said, like, a lot of people get weird about having multiple streams of income and stuff like that. It's like, like the intention behind it. I think also just like some people, well, pretty much everyone are born with God-given gifts. And also just, I think every gift that we have is God-given, obviously. But it's like, I think God gave us those gifts for a reason. Like, why else would, you know, in biblical times, people be able to like sell their food or, you know, their produce, stuff like that, and like make money off of that? And like maybe they're really good at like finding the right produce or making really good bread. I don't even know.
Well,
you know
think
what
about
I mean?
it. Like, if you get a gift, right? Say like when for Christmas we got a pasta maker, right? The roller thing.
Yeah.
The pasta maker's nothing if you don't do anything with it.
Yeah.
Right? And so, you got to make the dough. And guess what? That's just still freaking dough until you put it through the pasta maker.
Yeah.
And guess what? You put these things together and you are excelling and you are stewarding your gift.
And you shouldn't just copy, you know, don't copy what other people do. Be original to like what you provide. And it's like, a lot of people are going to have like the same thing that they like doing and posting about it, but it's like, you know the difference. And it's like, post what is authentic to you, obviously within reason. Don't do anything crazy or stupid, but like information, value, support, you know, topics that people probably don't talk about a lot, information that people probably don't know about whatever you want to sell them, and like give them that opportunity to think deeper into that and be curious about what you have to offer. And I think like there's a lot of like sleazy sales tactics online and stuff to get people to buy, but it's like, I think the times that we've bought have been like from other people online have been where it's like you're